Hi, this is Randy. Welcome to my channel, Omega Times. Glad to have you here. I hope your day's going great. Mine is. God is a good God. And I want to thank you, everyone who have subscribed to the channel. For those that haven't, if you'll go down in the bottom right-hand corner and click on that little button down there and subscribe, it will help me share the gospel with other people. I have to get to 500 subscribers before they offer it to anyone. So now the only way my channel works is me doing what I'm doing. But if you could help me, I'd appreciate it. I want to thank all the ones that have. I really appreciate it. We're going to talk today about everything is not God and the devil. Everything's not God and the devil. A lot of people put things off that way. They blame the devil with all their problems, and it's not. Isaiah 43, and verse 2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they will not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, it will not scorch you, nor will the flame burn you. The Lord's telling us He'll protect us and take care of us, but He didn't say you would not go into the fire. He shall be with you through the fire. He didn't say you'd miss the valley. He said, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. All right? We have this funny thing, especially people that are not Christians. They like to tell Christians, well, all the Christians aren't rich. A lot of the Christians get diseases and heart trouble and diabetes and all. That's because we're in a fallen world. We're in a world that's full of sin. And it rains on the just and the unjust. So just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. You're going to have as many as anybody else, but you got the Lord to help you make them through. This passage is talking about Israel being redeemed, but it's good to apply to our lives today. It's not going to fix it where you can't not have troubles, but it will help you overcome your troubles and not let the waters get over you and just overtake you and flood you. God is for you. He's not against you. He wants what's best for His children, just like we want what's best for our children. If you don't know by now, life is not fair. All right? It just isn't fair. If it was fair, I'd have hair. All right? If it was fair, I'd look better than I do. Life isn't fair. That doesn't mean that God's not a good God. Doesn't mean He's not sitting at the right hand of the Heavenly Father interceding for you and me. It means we live in an imperfect world. We live in a world that's full of sin, and that problems, everyone in this country and all over the world face problems, and sometimes every day. But we have to realize that God is a good God, and He's for us, not against us. When something goes wrong in your life, like your tires wear out on your car, or you have a flat tire. I've had people say, sorry I was late to church today by a half hour. I had a flat tire. The devil's been after me all morning. I burned my toast and all. No, you didn't set the temperature right. Somebody hit it. You didn't pay attention. The devil didn't burn your toast. You did. All right? You got a flat tire because you ran over a screw. Don't make more out of it than what it is. It's not the devil. It's life. Folks, some things are just life because we live in a fallen, sinful world, and things happen to everyone. If a tornado goes down your street and wipes out all the houses, 9 chances out of 10, it's not going to skip over yours. You're going to get wiped out with everybody else. Why? Because we live in a fallen world full of sin, and it rains on the just and the unjust. You can break down, your roof can break down and leak on you. I've had people say, oh, Pastor, I got to buy a new roof. It's just so terrible. The devil's just really trying to drain me of my finances. No, your roof's 30 years old, and it should have been replaced 5 years ago, and it started leaking, and you're getting a new roof because you need one. All right? Because you're a Christian doesn't mean your roof's going to last for 300 years. If it wears out for someone else, it'll wear out for you. Your car's going to break down at some point. It's going to need some parts put on it. All right, the smartest minds in the world build the space shuttle. And they sent that thing up, and it blew up and killed all those astronauts. And the little $8 O-ring that wasn't right brought it down. If you think that the best minds in the world had something like that happen, and your car is never going to give you a problem, you're crazy. You know, anything man-made can break. And if you keep it long enough, it will. But don't blame it on God. Don't blame it. It's not God and the devil. Your car's wearing out. It's getting older. It's going to need things, all right? You guessed it. Life is just not fair, but God is a good God. And we need to realize that if your tires wear out, your roof wears out, it's part of life. Matthew 5:45. So that you may be the sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he causes the sun to rise on the earth and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. All right, sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. Doesn't matter if you're a Christian, you're not a Christian. If you have a flat tire, it's a flat tire. It's not the devil. All right? If you're late to church because you didn't get better organized, oh, the devil just gave me so many problems this morning. I had this go wrong, that go wrong. No, it's because you're disorganized. You didn't get up on time. You don't, make a list. All right? I've done this ever since I took management training, not because I was super forgetful, but when you're running 25 employees and you've got 100 to 110 new cars going out, 50 to 60 used cars being delivered, selling 30 or 40 cars to other dealers, you're busy. I kept a tablet on my desk and I write down, what I needed to do. If somebody said something that needed to be done, I wrote it down. That way, when I did it on the list, I'd put a line through it. I knew I already did it. Made me feel like I was getting somewhere. Get organized, but don't blame it on the devil. It's because you're disorganized. You're late to church because you didn't get up on time. And if you did, you was running into problems because you didn't have things right. Don't make more out of it than what it is. Just because Christians don't have things to go right doesn't mean that God doesn't care about you. Life is life. Just remember, God is for you, and it rains on the just and the unjust, and that the storms and the hail and the problems that come to society will affect you also. You're not immune to problems. Let's read Psalms 34:19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. All right? He didn't say you would not go through problems. He said he'll deliver you. The Lord will be there with you and help you walk through the valley of shadow of death till you get out of the valley. He will help you in your time of need. He'll be with you and comfort you. We grow by facing adversities in life. We grow in the Lord by facing battles. Then when someone comes up that's a young convert, when I say young convert, they can be 60 years old. They've never gave their heart to the Lord. They got saved. They're a young convert in the spiritual eyes. All right, they're a baby. And when they come to you, you're seasoned. You've been in battle. You've been tested. You know how to withstand. And you can help the younger Christians because you have been battle tested and you know what they're going to face. They need to realize that they're in battle, but the devil is not in everything that goes on, and the Lord and the devil is not controlling everything that goes on in the world. The Lord doesn't make you do good. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Don't think that I was not implying that God's not all power, in control, he can do anything he wants. We know that. But the Lord's not going to come down and force you to serve him. He's not going to come down and make everything. Your roof will never wear out. Your car will never break down. You'll never have a flat tire. Your kids will never do nothing stupid. No, it rains on the just and unjust. When people go through it, when flu used to hit the school when we had kids in school. My kid caught the flu when everybody else caught the flu. My kid had to have the teeth taken out in the back, and one of them had to have braces on their teeth. It wasn't the devil. He had crooked teeth. I needed braces. Don't make more out of what it is. 2 Timothy 3:11 says, persecutions and sufferings such as happened to me in Antioch and at Iconium and Lystra, what persecutions I endured, and out of them all the Lord rescued me. What did he say? Out of all of the problems he had, the Lord still rescued him. The Lord will rescue you too. Please, just remember that we live in a fallen world. We live in a society that's full of sin, and not everything is God and the devil. All right? One last example, and then I'm going to close it out. I love baseball. I love football. All right? And you can see that behind me here and all that. I need to get some religious stuff up. I have stuff in here, but it's not on this wall. But anyway, I love sports. I love my Cardinals, not football, baseball. And I love my Kansas City Chiefs, all right? And I'm going to tell you something. When a play goes wrong and somebody isn't where they're supposed to be, then Patrick Mahomes has to shuffle his feet and either run with it or find a secondary receiver to throw it to because the play got broke up. Somebody blocked him as he chipped him as he went out, or he forgot which way to run. But they don't make a big deal of it. They're not going to cry, scream, and holler out on the field. When they get back in the huddle, they're going to call another play and they're going to go on and move forward. In life, folks, things don't always. You zig, you should have zagged. You zag and you should have zigged. It's the way it is. What I'm saying is that don't equate everything that happens to you in life about it's the devil. No, it's not the devil. Probably 90% of what you go through has nothing to do with the devil. Everything's not God and the devil. It's life. And like I said, when storms hit, hailstorms hit, I have my own business. I own my own car lot. Hailstorm hit our community. Every car lot in the community got hit with hail. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I minister and was preaching quite a bit then. I was even pastoring. And all my cars got hit with hail. Why? It rains on the just and the unjust. All right? Wasn't a bad thing because I know it's crazy, but when hail hits cars, people come out of the woodwork and want to buy them. And we had 32 cars in stock, or 33. And in a matter of 7 to 10 days, they were all gone. Sold every one of them. Because people flock in, they want to buy hail-damaged cars. They know they can get a good buy. It rains on the just and the unjust. When it happened, my son was 18 or 19 years old, and he was working with me. He said, "Pops, what are we going to do?" He was all starry-eyed, and what are we going to do? And I said, "Hey, this is the best thing that happened to us. We'll sell our cars real quick. Everything will be fine. Just take it easy. Just got to wait on the insurance adjuster to get here." And he did. A week later, he finally got there, and he adjusted all the cars, and then we cleaned them out. God was good to us in the storm. What I'm saying is every storm you face in life will make you a better person. Every storm you face in life is going to strengthen you and help you with the next battle you face, because everything is not God and the devil. All right? I love you. God loves you. Please subscribe to the channel. Help me out. I'd really appreciate it. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking you to send me anything. I'm just saying, if you pray, would you please pray for my channel? Pray for me and my channel. If you pray, could you include me in your prayers? And would you help me out by subscribing, or maybe share it with a friend? I want to thank you for your time. This time till next time, old Rev May signing off. You have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching my channel.